Wait, and he made that?
My mind going crazy. Between you, I can't keep up, I'm feeling lazy. They think I'm being shady. In my message, talking praise. Beefing and texting how much you wanna stay.
Poppin' word, I'm DJ Meet You 2 times. This is the WeSayTheySay podcast. I'm here with my man April, Lily, and Lil Kunz over there.
Lil Kunz. Not Lil Kunz.
Lil Kunz in the building. What's your name, fool?
Check my track record.
What's your name?
That shit don't mean nothing.
Introduce yourself. No, I got it. But yeah, y'all, I'm here with my K-Body, got a lot of bodies.
Got a lot of bodies.
And you proud of that.
K-Body, got a lot of bodies. So before we start this week's episode, Kunz, how was your weekend, brother, man?
Man, it was cool, man. It's probably the first weekend I was able to have 3 days off, so that was all good.
Lily?
You know, my weekend is cool, but you know, I'm coming up on, I'm about to graduate next month on the 12th. Shout out to me.
Turn up.
But then I gotta take the exam, the board exam, so I'm a little nervous about that. I don't know how I'm gonna do, but I'm ready. It is what it is. It is what it is, but we're gonna move on to you, April.
Hey.
Oh, and my best friend in town. We had some confrontation before he left, but we good now, so.
Hey, turn up.
That's all that's
It's all about peace.
Drinks for that. That's what's up.
Thanks for that. April, how was your weekend? Miss Lady April?
My weekend was good. I went to a glass making class, so that was different. Where we they just show you how to make glass until like you can make vases.
So, is it like the pottery joint?
Yeah, but it's just glass, like.
So explain that. If you don't know.
So what they do is they like make it into like some type of, I forgot what it is.
But I'm saying, so you know, pottery is like the clay shit.
Oh, it's fire. So you just sticking it in and out like you gotta.
Whoa.
So you gotta turn it a certain way.
Okay.
But it's just, I can't explain it really. It's a different experience.
Okay,
than pottery.
show me outside
I got
the pottery. Yeah, okay, good, cool.
Oh, you teaching pottery classes now?
No.
Oh shit. Fucking teachers. Well, my weekend was good, everybody. It's March Madness, and I've been watching a lot of basketball, and I met some great college basketball games. Shout out to the women too, as well. College basketball, NCAA March Madness. The Celtics is some shit. Let's be clear.
Let's relax.
The Celtics is some shit. Let's be clear.
Let's relax.
Okay, I know. What the fuck y'all talking about? My bad. But now we gonna get to the topic, man. The topic for today is cheating. So my first question for the panel, I'm starting with my man April. April, why do you cheat? So I'm playing.
Whoa.
I want you to speak for the women.
Well,
why?
You know, because
Why?
I'm being.
Oh, go ahead. If you be cheating, that shit, go ahead.
If you do be cheating,
let's start this. Have you ever cheated before in your life?
That's the question.
You cheated?
Yeah.
Why you cheated? What made you cheat on him?
Or her.
And real
Or
shit,
her.
yeah,
With
or
equal
her.
opportunist platform here.
Shady as shit, bro.
Oh, you wasn't ready? My bad.
I don't know why I cheated, honestly.
You was horny.
No, you gotta elaborate.
She had a reason why.
Yeah, it's
Maybe I don't know.
he was bored. You
I don't know how
revenge, like what?
Nah, I don't know. I think it was just like, okay, so honestly, I feel like a lot of people cheat because opportunity presents itself. Let's start there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that maybe some opportunity or something happened. I don't know. It wasn't like I was just like, oh damn, I'm out here looking for a nigga or whatever.
Topic. Go ahead.
It wasn't like I was looking for a dude or anything. It was just like something happened.
All right, so D,
What's the plan?
why do you cheat?
Oh.
No, I'm going to you. Why have you cheated before?
No.
You never cheated?
No.
Kunz?
Yeah, I cheated once before.
Dog ass.
Cheated once before?
And what was your reason for cheating?
Well, I only been in one real relationship, so I had none of that, but I always been single, but I cheated.
Why?
Well, this is what I will say. When you use the Baskin Robbins, it gets tough to only have one flavor. It's a challenge.
Wow.
The 31 flavors got ran out.
It's a challenge. Even when you consciously trying, it's a constant battle. Most niggas will understand it's a constant battle to be monogamous. So, you know, sometimes the flesh wins.
Hey,
Straight up.
I need my good man on here, but go ahead.
He decided not to be on, so he's not here.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
You get her a water bottle.
Now, you asked me why I cheated.
Yeah. Why do you cheat?
Why do I cheat or why I cheat?
Why do you cheat?
I mean, you don't know if I cheat or not.
It's a question.
So why I cheated, to answer that question, number one, is because I lacked a man in my life to teach me discipline on, you know, to be faithful. You know what I'm saying? Where we come from, it was, the thing was, the nigga with the most girls is the coolest nigga.
It's the man, yeah.
Is the man. So you asked me a question, I'm answering. But yeah, so again, to answer your question, like I said, I lacked a man in my life that taught me how to treat women. I had to learn that as an adult and all that other shit. But that's my answer to your question. You got another one?
Nope. I'm gonna chill out.
So why? So what's your issue? You have this, since you're the only person on the panel that never cheated.
Right.
Why did
Do you qualify? How many relationships you been in?
That don't matter. It don't matter.
If you've never been in a relationship, you can't cheat.
Yeah, I agree.
So it does matter.
Okay, but you said how many? You never asked me have I been in one. You said how many.
Well, I'm just saying, you know.
So obviously, if I'm speaking on it, then yeah,
I don't deal with obvious, but what I will say, I'd rather just ask. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to say that to be able to qualify, you need to probably be in more than one relationship, or maybe one long-term relationship. Like if you had a long-term relationship, and I would think, because if you've been in a relationship for 6 months and that's the only relationship you ever been in, then you never really had an opportunity to go through any significant changes or ups and downs. So the people might not want to really value your opinion because you ain't really had an opportunity to endure anything. Usually the first 6 months of relationships is all sunny skies and sunshine anyway.
That's not true.
Well, if you're in a relationship and it's bad in the first 6 months, it's probably a relationship you shouldn't have been in the first place.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So what was your longest relationship? Let me ask you that.
So it was like Coach just said. So for the first 6 months it was good, and then I started to peep shit after. Like honestly, I started to peep shit before, but I didn't really acknowledge it until like later on down the line.
Peep shit like what?
Like, so we had worked together.
Okay.
And it was little shit like when we had lunch. So, alright, prime example. The first example that I should have known something was going on, we was at lunch, right? This like within the 6 months of us talking. And a girl came to the table, a woman came to the table, and she was like, oh, how are you? What's your name? Da, 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 da. And the way she's saying the shit is like she jokingly saying that, oh, me and such, we have an open relationship. Speaking on the dude that, you know, I was
in a relationship with.
Speaking on him. So she like, oh, we got an open relationship. But the way she's saying the shit was jokingly. You know how y'all know how people could say shit jokingly. Mm-hmm. So you're not really taking heed to it. It's just all laughs and giggles at the time.
She really sneaked this.
Whole time she sneaked this. Right. But as time proceeded, I started to peep little shit. So I'm young at the time. I'm 19. You know, I wasn't driving or whatever the case is. So it would be him taking me home, or I had somebody picking me up, taking me home. So as our relationship went on, or whatever the case is, it's a few times, not a few times, it was one time specifically, I was sitting outside waiting for my ride. And I see him and her, they walk to his car to get his gym bag or whatever, and then they walk back inside the hotel. So I hit his phone, I'm like, you know, what's up? I seen you on such and such. Oh no, she, you know, that's my folks. She was just hollering at me. She was just keeping me company while I was at the gym.
After she came to you?
What you mean after she
said, oh, we in an open relationship?
No, this was before.
Okay.
This
already seen them together.
This was after.
So she came to you first? And then you seen them together.
Yeah, but the way she came to me was off some hee ha ha shit. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, this my nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, be real if you understand.
Sound
what
like
I'm
she
saying
knew her role.
Okay, so she came to me off some, you know, hi, you know, hi, how you doing? What's your name? Da, 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 da.
So you never asked him about her until you seen them together.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then when I asked him, he played the shit off. But then, like, sometime later, she hit. So he had this back when ring goods and shit was popular, or whatever the case is.
Ringtone?
Ringtone.
Okay.
He had a ringtone on my phone. So the joint go off like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking it's him. So I look at the joint. Whole time it's her. How long y'all been talking? What are you to him? This and the third, blah, blah, blah. From his phone.
Okay.
So then
This is the story about you being cheated on the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there, she hit me in the morning. Somebody called my phone. I answered the joint or whatever the case is, and they don't say nothing. So I hang up, get a call back. She like, don't say nothing. I'm about to put the phone on mute and let you listen to everything that's going on in the background. Cool. So she asking him, like, who is she to you, this, that, and the third. The nigga like, oh, that's nobody, it's just a friend, blah, blah, blah. Just taking her to work whenever she need a ride. I fuck with her, that's my homie, this, that, and the third. Long story short, the nigga was playing both, not just me and her. He was playing multiple bitches. But to disclose on that, like, I never been, even with me having fucked up niggas, I'm still not gonna cheat on a nigga just because of what I've been through.
So all niggas ain't fucked up because of that one nigga?
Nah.
That's what's up. I'm glad you came out whole. Most of these motherfuckers don't come out.
Nah, they do. They come out a bit off their left eye shit, off they want to kill a nigga shit, all that.
Set the house on fire.
All that.
So you ain't do all that. You just moved on.
I ain't do all that.
I'm proud of you. Kudos. Miss April, have you ever been cheated on that you know of?
I was about to say, not that I know.
You never been cheated on? I've been cheated on.
You been cheating on
been
food?
cheated.
I ain't never been
Well,
cheated
that's
on. I don't know
Wait,
though.
let me
I don't
take
know.
this back.
How about the guy?
Some
You
young
don't
high
know.
school shit.
No.
Some young
I
high
think
school
not
shit.
that I know
I
of
think she
because
did.
men hide it better. So.
You think men hide it better? I think females hide it better.
Yeah, I think y'all
women.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
It depends. I got it guilty.
A lot of niggas ain't smart.
I tell you.
It's a
Yes.
misconception that women are smarter than men. That ain't really
We
the case.
dumb.
It's just a lot of niggas is just not intelligent. So it don't take a lot for women to be
Men, we're
smarter
stupid.
than a rock.
We
You know what I'm
stupid shit.
saying? But if you got a nigga that got some sense and got some game and know how to use his brain, you can't get over on him. Eventually, he'll figure it out. You see what I'm saying? Or if he paying attention, unless he like, it's a lot of, like I call sense. There's a lot of different type of sense. Some niggas are so blindly in love that they don't want to see, and then some niggas is cool with their situation. They don't want to find out that their girl cheating on them.
That and
true.
sometimes they so busy doing their own dirt
Right.
that they not even paying
Focusing.
attention to her
Right.
because they so busy hiding what the fuck they got going on.
Absolutely. That they ain't taking care of him, or even aware of the changes and the differences of how she acting and shit to be able to even notice it. For sure.
What you about to say?
I was just gonna say, so for the people who do cheat, why do y'all cheat versus just leaving the relationship alone and doing you?
That'd be easy. Listen, niggas is never gonna leave a good situation. The problem with women is I'm serious, they cannot view life outside of their emotional perspective. A lot of times when you ask a man or you ask an individual question, right, they'll answer the question directly based on the question. What I notice is when I talk to a lot of women, they always have to bring up a personal experience and incorporate their response based on a personal experience. And then you gotta go through a 30-minute seminar of explaining to them, I'm not talking about your personal situation. I'm asking you to answer it from a neutral perspective. You're not in it. You don't have any preconceived notions. Don't tell me, oh no, because the nigga was probably doing X, Y. Stop making assumptions. Just answer the question based on A and B. A
So
did
what
X, Y,
question?
Z. B did X, Y, and
What
Z.
question are they answering?
The question that he just asked. What was the question that you just asked?
Why do y'all cheat?
Right.
That's what she
So,
asked.
I'm telling you, a lot of niggas cheat for different reasons, right? It's like it's a laundry list of reasons why niggas cheat. Some niggas cheat because they not happy. Some niggas cheat because they can. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas cheat because they like variety, and it's difficult for them to say no. They don't have a lot of self-discipline. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of niggas cheat because they was raised that cheating wasn't bad. You see what I'm saying? There's some niggas that don't view cheating as bad. Most of the niggas I grew up with is if you take care of home, then you good. It don't matter what you do. As long as you don't get back to home and you taking care of everything you're supposed to do, you can do what you do. That has been normal amongst men for years. If you go back to the 50s and the 60s, well, more like the 70s and the 80s, 60s, go to your great-great-grandfather. A lot of them niggas had multiple families. Niggas had multiple women with multiple children that lived on the same block. He was paying both the mortgages and had 6 kids with her, and they knew.
So that make it okay?
It's always okay.
Because you at an age where you know right from wrong.
Well, no, right from wrong is perceived by different people to be different.
That's true.
So right from wrong is whatever I decide is moral or immoral, right? So if I feel like having multiple women and having multiple children with different women is okay, then it's not wrong. It was kings and queens. It was kings that had multiple wives with children and so on and so. So you can't say they're wrong or they're old enough to know.
Okay, cool. I respect
That's
it.
what they want to do.
So what if your spouse elaborate to you that I don't think it's okay, despite how you grew up, despite what you know, I don't feel like it's okay, and I feel like you're old enough as a man to know right from wrong.
Yeah, we go back from right from wrong.
Okay, I know, and like you said, it's how we all perceive right or wrong.
Despite how I feel.
Despite how you feel. Despite how you feel, you know whether and you know whether or not that shit is cool or not. So it's all I'm saying for me, and I'm not going against what you're saying, but all I'm saying is, does it like that? It don't make it right.
It's not. We're not saying it's right. I don't think a nigga in here is agreeing that cheating is right.
But y'all do it though, so it's.
But we're not
something.
disputing if it was right, so we gotta stay on topic. We're not saying that it's right. Did we answer that question? We do things that are wrong all the time. Don't you cheat on your taxes? Is that wrong? So human beings do things that are wrong all the time that benefit. No, I'm just saying. You keep wanting to make it a moral issue, right?
The question was,
you want to say, "Oh, he's
why
wrong."
do you cheat? It's not. Then the second question is, why do you think it's right?
Okay.
We're not answering what's right or what's wrong. We're answering why do you cheat?
Okay, cool.
So why do you cheat? I can name. I ain't gonna elaborate on his answer initially because I'm gonna allow him to do that. But one, it is how you were raised, and I'm gonna allow him to dive into that more as far as not have a lack of father figure and all of that type of stuff. But two is your options. You see what I'm saying? Every nigga not created equal when it comes to being favored amongst women. You see what I'm saying? So some niggas is harder. It's a nigga. It can be a nigga like Urkel, and it could be a nigga like Chris Brown. You see what I'm saying? So when Chris Brown go outside, it's probably gonna be a lot harder for him to consistently say no on a regular basis than it is for a nigga like Urkel, who is being right. I agree with you, but naturally, society has bred us up where women have the pressure of being more loyal than men do. So you can't compare us to because we was raised to be different, right? A lot of y'all grew up wanting to be wives. It ain't a nigga I know that grew up said I want to be a husband.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? That's not a goal that we be trying to grow up to be. I can't wait till I can be a husband. that ain't what it is. But y'all grow up wanting to be a wife, wanting to have a white picket fence, so on and so forth. Hopefully marrying a black man, but we talk about that another day. We're not gonna get into that. So why niggas cheat? I'm gonna say a lot of niggas cheat because how they were raised and what was considered normal. You see what I'm saying? Now if they got some type of spiritual influence, religious influence that may have led or guided their decisions and so on and so forth, it may influence them, but society today with rap music and just societal norms and everything that influence how we do and what we do, it's hard for a nigga to be monogamous. You see what I'm saying? I honestly think Meek Mill was the first nigga that was making relationships popular. Like all of a sudden when Meek Mill made Nicki Minaj his girl to make a reference to a lot of you niggas that love hip hop. You see what I'm saying? It seemed like all of a sudden after that, everybody was in relationships. Then relationships got cool. You see what I'm saying? It seemed like everybody was jumping in relationships and I got a girl, and that's good. And all you seen was an increase of relationships.
Right.
So societal norms or whatever's socially acceptable, I think that kind of influence. When it was being a player and fuck a hoe and a bitch and all of that and a slut, then niggas wasn't button. It was MOB.
Right.
That's when MOB was the hottest thing out. Everybody was like, "Fuck these bitches, man. We getting money. We gonna fuck you." And then when motherfucking Dangerous, when Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj putting on songs and being in a relationship became cool, then all of a sudden we see. So a lot of niggas just controlled by what's socially acceptable.
So niggas get in relationships because they see other niggas doing.
I think they got. I believe it's a large part of the influence. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I believe most people are controlled by other people.
I feel like that about women.
Huh?
I feel like that about women.
100%. Well, no, I believe that women always want to be in relationships, but I do believe that women are very trendy.
So y'all don't want to be in a relationship.
No, a lot of women now in this generation, no, they don't.
So the majority of women in this relationship want to be in relationships. If there's 5 friends and 4 of them in relationships, that 5th one wants to be in a relationship.
That's not true.
That is majority. Probably not your
Where
clique.
you getting your facts from? Where these women? I know I probably deal with more women than you have. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I can speak on the majority of women, especially if you're a hot commodity, right?
Okay.
If you cream of the crop, I'll define cream of the crop later. But if you're a cream of the crop type nigga, a lot of women want you to be their boyfriend. I don't know a lot of. They're in the very minority. Very rarely do I meet a girl and they say, "I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm just looking for a good time." That don't happen often. It happens sometimes, obviously.
And then when it does, after 5-6 months, it's like, okay, where do we go?
It turns. It usually shifts. You're right. It usually shifts. So I don't know where these cave women that you speak of are coming from, and maybe they are. Maybe I just never met them, but I think most men would agree, because we are actually dealing with women, that most women want to be in a relationship. It always get to like a 6 to 7 month period where you start getting questions like, "What are we doing? And what is this?" You see them, especially if y'all like each other, meaning like y'all doing things together. Y'all may have took a trip together. Y'all going out to dinners together. Every time it's a free weekend, y'all might spend time with each other. That energy of relationship potentially coming. If that starts to get the flowing, women definitely start to,
And I don't disagree with you. I agree with you 100%, but you also, what he just said, I agree with him 100%, but you also got females that, like, they done dealt with so many different niggas. You see what I'm saying? And they done been through so much shit, so they get to a point where it's just like, fuck these niggas.
You talking about battered women?
I mean,
damage,
call it what you want.
Yeah, damage. That's the name.
Call it how you want to call it. I mean, it is what it is. Degrade them, whatever you want to do, is cool. But the facts are, the facts are facts. Like, at the end of the day, like, they've been through enough shit where as though they eventually feel like, man, fuck that shit. I'm going to get what I could get out of this nigga. I'm going to have fun while I can have fun. And I'm going to do me. And I'm going to have... I know a woman that was married. And her advice to me was, I'm married, but I still keep 5 niggas on the side. And you get what I'm saying? 5.
That's a lot.
5 niggas on the side.
I don't think his husband to be happy about that.
I'm asking, is she fucking him?
We ain't get that deep into detail, but she was just like, I keep 5 niggas on the side, because her philosophy for the whole thing was, at the end of the day, like Pooh saying, and he gonna do what the fuck he wanna do. Right. So I'm not about to sit here and give my all to this one nigga, and he out here doing I'm gonna do what the fuck I wanna do. And me, I'm not speaking on exactly. That's a question for her. That's a question for her. I'm not speaking on myself. I'm just saying, from a conversation I had with somebody that was married, that's how she felt about it. So for him to say that every female want to be in a relationship, no, you get some females that been through so much shit that get tired 85%. To the point.
But you just gave an example of somebody that's in a relationship.
True.
Right. So she wants to be in a relationship. She just want to be a whore too.
Do you beat her up about her 5 little boyfriends on the side, or you just mind your business? Because when the men, you seem real bothered when the men say they cheating, why
It's
they
both
cheat?
ways.
Speak
And
on
if you look at the podcast from last week, y'all asked me if your friend cheat on her dude, how I feel about that. I told you I'm not with that shit. And you could call any one of my friends and they
asked
will
you a
tell
question.
you I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that shit.
Even
I'm
my
not with that
girl's friend.
cheating shit, period. Because at the end of the day, it's either
You're
you gonna
right.
be in it or you're not.
Now is
Facts.
is
Period.
that a
I
point?
tell it.
Is that a point that
I'm not telling shit.
does that determine a friendship?
And that stands on both hands. This how I look at it. Say she my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her nigga cheating on her. Me as a friend, I'm like, April, I saw your nigga with another bitch. He had her in the car. Wait. No, it's your nigga.
On that.
He had her in the
I'm gonna ask you a
car.
question.
I seen him literally fucking this bitch or whatever the case may be. I tell her she gonna argue with him, cause him hell, havoc or whatever,
me.
and then go back to him.
Right.
At that point, I don't give a fuck if your nigga standing right beside me in the club
Exactly.
fucking with another bitch. I'm not telling you shit because you gonna go right back to that nigga. I'm gonna mind my fucking business. You see what I'm saying?
Keep that
And then at the same time,
That's good. Keep
if
that
she's cheating, I'm not gonna say shit.
Tell me.
I'm gonna let her know how I feel about it.
Right.
But to
He
Coop,
ain't your friend.
I'm not gonna say
Right, you
shit.
don't go. Yeah, you
Tell
don't go
me.
to
Yeah.
your friend partner that you met through them
Exactly.
and
I'm
tell
gonna
you
let her
that
know
your
how I
friend
feel,
cheated.
but to him, I'm not saying shit. It is what it is. It's at this point, it's my business. I'ma stay out of it. If he fuck you over, that's between y'all. I don't want you crying to me about it. I don't want to hear shit. You know what the fuck is up. He may not know what the fuck is up, but I'm good. Like, I don't want no problems.
So you go ahead.
I want to hear April say, I want you to be able to really think and tell me why. Cause you speaking for women, at least you giving us men and all the viewers. That's men that's viewing. Let us dive into the woman brain. I want you to think about why you cheated. Now, I wish it wasn't when you was 19, or I think you said 19, because that's kind of young.
I said 19.
But I do want to know, why would a woman cheat?
I ain't lose my virginity till I was 19.
Gotcha.
Alright, so I'm gonna just be honest. For
There we
women, I
go.
think we
There we
cheat
go.
because we start to feel some type of emotional attach. So me and my exes with each other for 7 years, right?
Okay.
Towards the end, I cheated
Oh, okay.
because it was like
You was done.
I mentally checked out already, and we just so happily still lived with each other.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole situation.
And felt stuff.
So, but I will say this: once I cheated, like I tell the truth about everything.
Right.
So I cannot. If my nigga come in the house and be like, "How was your day?" In my head, I'm like, "Oh shit, he knows."
Right.
Like now, I'm snitching on myself because I can't even look at you and lie at this point. I just can't. So let me say this: after I cheated, I broke it off with him though.
Okay.
It's not I cheated and I stayed with him for years after that. Nah, that's when I cheated. I was like, okay, I know that. This was the icing on the cake. It was like I already checked out. I went and cheated. Now I really don't feel nothing. It's time.
So let me ask you a question. Because we live in an equal opportunist world, and women got, y'all are starting to be closer to be viewed as equals, right? And that's what y'all want, right?
Right.
Cheer for y'all, straight up. Should y'all get the same energy, the public scrutiny, the chastising for when y'all cheat? Shouldn't we all go on the internet and talk about?
Let me say that. Okay.
Shouldn't we all get on the internet and talk about how you ain't shit and you broke up this
Okay,
family
yes, let me
and you the
comment on
worst
that.
person in the whole
Okay.
wide world, being that you cheated
Right.
and you want equality, right? Should men gang up and especially with this whole Me Too movement, should men gang up and try to ruin your career, ruin your future earning potential, just because of one decision? Should we do that to y'all the way that most women commonly do?
So,
Because men don't do it.
Since we're throwing other people out there, did that
The
not
other
happen?
genders.
Did that not happen to Alicia Keys when she took some
No,
with you?
no.
Yes, y'all tore her down.
No, we never did.
Yeah, everybody
And
tore her
Gabriel
down.
No, men didn't do that.
Gabriel, you
No.
It wasn't.
No.
Don't lie. It was men in the
D-Wade.
comments too.
No,
Y'all
this
people
what it was.
tore her
No, this
down.
what it was. This
Nobody
what it
wanted
was.
to listen to her.
Women-
She was a home wrecker.
No,
Everything.
listen. You will never hear niggas say a home wrecker. You will never hear niggas say that. Stop that. What it was
But some.
married women dragged her, right? It wasn't single women.
Everybody.
No, men did.
Everybody.
Nigga.
Single.
The first thing I thought of was, man, good for Swiss Beats. He found somebody he really wanted to be with. I don't see. And another thing, I want to talk about this real quick.
Now you're trying to make it right.
I'm not.
I mean,
I view it as right. You see what I'm saying? So I don't try to make nothing. This is right to me, right? Because you live under societal restrictions, and I don't, right? See, society told you that if you don't want to be with somebody, you have to go through an administrative process, meaning go to the court, get all this paperwork signed, be separated for a certain amount of time, and so on and so forth. That's somebody telling you and controlling your lifestyle, right? I don't live by that. If I don't want to be married to somebody and we're separated, then I don't have to. I can be with other people. Now you'll view that as, oh, she's a homewrecker. Why she a homewrecker if they separated?
All right, let me answer
They
that
not
question.
together no more.
Let me answer
If they
that question.
separated, they separated. But I gotta wait a year to get for the divorce to be officially final for this woman to not be criticized if that man ain't with the woman no more.
Who said pretty?
They said,
I do, but
they
I
said it was during the process.
Even doing, I'm
that's
talking about they're
just
not
saying
together no more.
that.
Even
I
during the
remember
process,
that,
the
'cause
year
I
process of being separate. See, because in most states
I don't
they
know.
recognize marriage.
6 months to a year.
The problem is this: a lot of people file for divorce and don't follow through, right? So what happened is the state said to avoid the regretted process of you divorcing and then not wanting to divorce and then remarrying. They said, okay, this is what we're gonna do because a lot of y'all are emotional creatures and can't make sound decisions, right? Because y'all make decisions under emotions. We said we're not gonna allow you to officially divorce unless you're separated for a year, because logically, at least to them, they're saying if you can be separated for a year and you still want to be divorced, then you really want to be divorced, right? But I don't have to live by that norm. If I know I want to be divorced, I'm not waiting no year. If I found the woman of my dreams or my potential soulmate 3 weeks after I said we not together no more, I'm going to pursue this person now. I don't have to wait a year, and the woman should not be criticized because legally we're still married. Because prior to American influence, when people got married, they just say, hey, I love you, you love me. We're married. That was it. Wasn't no paperwork, wasn't no process, we were married. And guess what? When I ain't want to be with you no more, we say, hey, we divorced. And that was it. You see what I'm saying? And in a lot of other countries like Indonesia and India, the government is not involved in marriage, right? If you, in other countries, it's not like that. If you say you married to a person, you just married to a person, right? And it ain't no process of divorce. If you don't want to be with the person no more, you don't be with the person no more, right? That's a Western custom. That's a Western tradition, American tradition, in which and that's all the money play because the government want to be involved because they want to be involved in the money and so on and so forth, and the dividing of the assets and making things complicated so they can probably get something from it. You see what I'm saying? They can get something from it, but the original sense of marriage and being connected with another person was a mutual agreement amongst you two, and if you spiritual, a mutual agreement between me, you, and God.
Yeah.
That was it. Not no process of breaking up. So I just don't like when women, especially, because they the only ones that do it, demean other women when she decides to be with a person that's not officially divorced. Now, if they were still living together, still trying to fake work it out, that'd be something.
You don't agree with that, right?
No, I don't agree with them demeaning those females that's dating a guy, and the guy is telling them, I'm going through the process of a divorce. Why can't the person? Why should she be criticized for that? It'll be something different if you know. But even still, she got the right to make her own decision. You see what I'm saying? Why not? If she believes him, then why not? Now, you can judge her and call her stupid if it wasn't true at the end. I'm cool with that. But don't call her no home wreck. How the fuck she wrecking up? How she wrecking a wrecked home?
Right.
The home is already done.
That's true.
That's the only thing I hate about
it was
that.
just that y'all, I'm not going to say y'all, but
Men?
people tore her down for that whole situation. That was all I was saying on that.
Because most women are goofy and emotional.
But
Meaning like they react off emotion.
So
I can't believe they did that.
We're rational.
Right.
We react off emotion.
I think y'all are. Well, that's not rational. Acting off emotion is the exact opposite of being rational. But what I will say is, I think when emotion is not involved, y'all are very rational, right? But if it's if emotions are involved, then y'all, in my experience, and I'm not speaking on all, I gotta give this caveat, right? Y'all tend to be emotional, and y'all final decision is usually influenced greatly by y'all emotions. This is why we call y'all emotional creatures, right? Because y'all
I ain't gonna say the
don't
B word. I'm gonna say unstable creature.
That's it. You know what I mean? And that's real. We can see it. I can ask you, what do you think? And the first thing your natural response is, well, this is how I feel. Like if I ask you, what do you think about this?
Cheat because they just cheat. So you ask me what's the difference, right? Why should they tear women down too? So what I'm saying is with women, like how I say I cheated towards the end of my relationship. A man will cheat at the beginning, through, next week, next month. He on the road, okay?
And the women will too, but mostly men do that more commonly than women.
Exactly.
Okay,
so
cool,
that's
fine.
why I think society tears down men more, because it's like y'all go out. Y'all don't even respect the relationship at some point. It's just like, shit, I'm in a club, it's 5 bitches, I'm gonna get all 5 bitches number.
Well, it depends on what we view as respect.
Hold on now.
Respect is subjective,
I think it depends on the
respect is
man.
subjective,
Period.
though, correct?
Yes.
What you consider respect may not be what I consider respect. I know some women that call they niggas bitches and clowns. And the nigga is okay with that, right? A woman could never call me a bitch or no clown, because I feel like that's the ultimate disrespect, especially coming from a woman. You see what I'm saying? So respect is subjective. It depends on the person. A lot of it's how you say the word? Polygamous relationships out here.
I'm just saying, I think that's why society looks at men down more. Because women cheat like once, because we just mad or we have emotional.
Women or just you.
But y'all cheat throughout the whole relationship, and that's why I think
women tear niggas down more because niggas don't care enough to group up and all. We just don't do it. We just say, man, shorty, wild as shit. Like Sweetie, for right now, most niggas feel like Sweetie is kind of fucked up for what she doing, quote unquote, right? But niggas is not having group meetings to get on Instagram and say we all gonna flood her page,
Right.
and we all gonna say no. It's just gonna be something as simple as, yeah, shorty, wild as shit, but you know how that shit is, and it's gonna be that, and that's gonna be that. But women are gonna do more than that. Y'all ruining careers. Y'all feel entitled. Y'all feel entitled to shit, like especially with divorce and shit. Y'all feel like, I was with him, I deserve that.
That's not
like you ain't did nothing.
because
No, most women do. Out of emotion. That's how they act.
That's not all women though. You got some women that they've been through so much shit. It's like, fuck it, keep all that shit. I don't want none. I just want out.
That's not often. That's very rare.
Okay.
That's very, very rare. Most women feel like they should be paid for a failed relationship. Just because the relationship didn't work out, they feel like they should receive some type of financial compensation.
So I agree.
So y'all signing prenups?
No, I agree.
I'm about to say y'all signing prenups?
That broad said she wanted what, $5 million a month or something crazy.
But that's just like Janet.
Because she's hurt. I don't think it's like.
But this is
everybody that's what's going to hurt a man's heart.
This happens a lot,
That's
though.
what's going to hurt his heart. That's how she.
Exactly. So what's saying?
It's not that she's saying, "Oh, I deserve this money because of a film."
Right, but
I'm doing this to hurt your
heart.
heart.
Is that more common or
to
not
hurt
common?
your heart.
Well, how common is that? Is that more common that women do that?
Yes.
Okay, then so we're speaking on these women that are, because you're talking about a hurt, battered, bitter women. What about this women's strength? What happened to this women's strength and y'all can go get it on your own and
that's
all
what
that?
I mean. It's only the bad women that's gonna do that, because a woman that don't give a fuck, she gonna say keep all that shit.
But there ain't a lot of them.
It's not.
What I'm trying to say is the majority of women that's in them circumstances feel entitled. They feel like they should get something, right? I don't hear no independent women and marching and shit when it comes to that. Now, and I'm not trying to demean women, because I'm for y'all too. But what I want y'all to do is just be consistent. That's it. If you want to stand on your own and want to be respected as a man will never respect you if you're not being like fair across, not even fair, but not being consistent across the board. Men respect consistency. Meaning, like, if you're gonna be this way, you gotta be that way. See what I'm saying? You can't be this way one day and then want to be this way another day and then want to be. Hold on, Slim. Which one is it? That's why niggas are so puzzled right now.
It's a double standard there.
Exactly, and I'm all for double standards, but this one, I'm all for them. You see what I'm saying? The problem is, you'll say it's a double standard, but then you'll not you maybe, but most women will yet be in here screaming about how they don't want double standards. I'm all for double standards. I'm sorry. We got a question from the crowd.
Yeah, what you say? No, go ahead.
We done addressed you now.
What you
Go ahead and
say?
speak.
Speak on it, girl.
Consistent though.
Huh?
Nobody's really consistent though.
Exactly. That's why I say it's a double standard.
Why?
The everyday
Give an
life,
example of men that's not
everyday
consistent.
life, you can't be really consistent.
Real niggas is consistent.
We ain't talking about real niggas. We talking about reality of a relationship. Like, it's a certain level of consistency, but
I can be very consistently inconsistent.
What's your consistency speak of? Because there's categories of consistency.
No, people are always consistent. The problem is they may not be consistent in the way that you like.
Correct.
Because who I was is probably who I am today. Who I was when you met me is probably who I am today. The problem is you was in puppy love stage. You decided to look over certain things at the beginning, and then because you had an expectation that this person would probably change, and when the person didn't change, now you want to call the person inconsistent, or like what most women say.
That's true. That's true.
So 9 times out of 10, niggas is the same women. Are the same way they were when they met you, for the most part. Unless they're trying to trick you.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a double standard at that point. It's still equal.
I'm cool. Listen, I'm one of them niggas that agree with double standards. I believe that men and women are unequally equal. I want y'all to write that down.
Unequally equal.
Men and women are unequally equal. All that means is it's things that favor women that are not fair to men. And it's things that favor men that are not fair to women. The problem is, men can accept that. Men don't have an issue with paying for the first date. Men don't have an issue with paying for the first date. They don't. They only have an issue because women is okay with the man paying for the first date, but yet when it's something that is unfair to a woman, then they'll say, well, that's not fair. That's a double standard. Well, there's plenty of double standards that favor you. Why are you not okay with some of the double standards that favor men?
Off topic real quick. You said, man, what? About the first date?
I said, generally, men do not have a problem with the double standard that men should pay for the first date.
So, this off topic. And paying for the first date, do you expect pussy? If you spend a certain
well, I'm gonna spend what I'm comfortable with spending.
If you spend a certain amount,
if I'm taking you out to eat, I understand that anything on that menu could be ordered.
This is the go home.
I know that's a joke, right? I mean, we be laughing about that.
True.
But if I'm taking you out to eat, I'm going to take you to a restaurant where it doesn't matter what you order. That's what I mean.
Cool.
Right.
You might not go to Ruth Chris the first day.
Cool.
You might go to Jasper's.
That's cool.
And it ain't nothing on Jasper's. If we don't fuck, it ain't nothing on Jasper's that you order that I'm going to be beefing about.
But say y'all night go well, right?
Right. And then I go
y'all leave Jasper's. Y'all go to a hookah bar. Y'all go to a hookah bar.
Right.
Y'all hit another club. Y'all getting drinks.
Right.
Y'all hit another club.
Right.
Y'all getting drinks.
Right.
You spend it all night.
That's all the decisions that I made because I chose to go to that hookah bar. I chose to go to that nightclub. I could have said after dinner, I got shit to do. I had fun with you.
So what if she offered to pay?
She sound like a real one to me. I might not let her pay, depending on how much I like her. See what I'm saying? But the mere offering is to me.
She take you to Applebee's, you good?
Absolutely.
No, you're not taking me to Applebee's.
You take me to Applebee's.
Nah,
but she offered to pay.
We gotta.
If she offering to pay?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't sure.
That's what she said. She take
No.
me.
If you offering to take me out, we go to Applebee's.
I'm cool.
So you're not gonna think anything of her if she just pull up at Applebee's.
I'm gonna think something of her, but it may not be nothing negative. No,
Okay.
It may not be nothing negative.
Just for the drinks, I'm good for just for the drinks, but I'm not eating.
Not food,
Listen, let me tell you when niggas like a girl, it don't matter where we go. We go to McDonald's. Niggas don't care, man. Niggas just want to chill. Niggas just want to be around you. Especially
when I talk with a dude, I don't care.
You know what I mean? They don't care where you going if it may lead to them getting some pussy.
I got a question for all y'all. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I've heard this plenty of times, and this is not double standard, but in a matter of 20 seconds, maybe a minute of, maybe 10 minutes of meeting and talking to a person, you know if you gonna fuck them or not.
Is that what women say?
I've heard it.
Niggas know when we look at you that we gonna fuck.
So that's why I said what I said.
Alright,
That's why I gave so many numbers. Because I've heard it before.
Alright, so with that being said,
look at them titties and that ass.
So do you?
I'm gonna fuck her. I'm gonna tell you what real niggas do. I'm gonna tell you what real niggas do, because they categorize it. They gonna say, she can get a Ruth Chris first date. That's how pressed I am to fuck her. This girl, she going to Jasmine's. This girl, we just gonna text.
Alright, listen.
So depending on how pressed I am, I may willing to open up the bag.
In that same sense, with that being said, do you know if you... I feel like...
Because my girlfriend right now, I spent almost $300 on the first date, and ass wasn't even in sight. But I was geeking. You know what I'm saying? I was geeking.
So in that same instance, do
Plus
y'all...
I'm getting money, by the way.
Your man getting money.
Yeah,
check him out.
Yeah.
But in that same instance, do you feel like...
can't like them because they attracted to him. Why they gotta check him out because he got money?
That's a fact.
I
See,
mean,
but that's the
that's
nature
what they
of the
on.
woman. That is your natural reaction. I know, but you perpetuating it though. But go ahead.
In that same instance, do you know if you want to be with a female just off of hitting, she the homie, or this long term in that time frame?
Real niggas that got matured and shit. Real niggas that got a nigga that hit a girl and want to be with her is an unexperienced man. I ain't gonna just he's an unexperienced.
No, not over hitting her, but I'm just saying y'all know. No, I'm saying y'all know.
After hitting.
I didn't say after hitting.
Oh, I'm deaf. Go ahead. Say it again.
No, you are deaf because I never said.
Say it again. Because we all heard you.
They got a rewind button on this shit.
I said that?
Yeah, you did, but it's cool.
I wouldn't have said you said it if you ain't say it.
Right, it's the hand.
But go ahead. Continue talking.
It's okay, sis. Retry.
Without hitting her.
All I'm saying.
Without hitting her.
Do y'all know?
Oh, I need that. I would never know unless I hit her.
No. I would never
like
know if I want to be with somebody
like
before
you can hang out with somebody, right?
But I'm not saying that's
No,
the most
listen.
important thing.
Yeah, it's not. But I'm saying you can hang out with somebody and you can feel like, oh, she's just a homie. Oh, I want to see what things could go further. Oh, she's just a fun joint. I'm just trying to hit.
Absolutely.
Right.
Categorize.
Okay.
For sure.
All right.
Yeah. And then it's a combination.
Right. Yeah, and it's just a question.
That's why your name in the phone is E.
Oh shit.
That's why your name in the phone is under food.
Food.
Yeah, facts.
Food nigga.
For sure. Roof Chris.
But back to this cheating shit. I got a question for all y'all. Coons, I'm gonna start with you.
For sure.
Are you taking your woman or your guy, whatever you prefer, back after they cheat on South Africa? Are you taking your woman? Are you taking your woman back after she cheated on you? You know she found out she cheated on you. Are you? You know.
So let me give an explanation why I'm going to give this really quick answer of no. There is no circumstances in which I will ever take a female back that cheated on me. She's a bitch now, but if she cheat on me, there is no circumstance. I don't care if I cheated 100 times. I don't care if I cheated. Let me say it 1,000 times.
Let them speak.
I don't care if I cheated 1,000,000 times. There's no such thing as a double standard when you make the decision to take me back. There is no doubt. You don't have to take me back. That's your decision to take me back. Just like it's my decision to take me back. I could cheat on you 10 times, and you could take me back 10 times, and I'm not demeaning you for that. You just have a bigger heart than me when it comes to this. But this is a solid no for me. And the reason why I'm saying no so quickly, no matter how much the love is I've been coons for a very long time, and I can't be nothing other. I can't be nothing other than coons. And if a woman cheated on me, I believe it will make me become a person that I don't ever want to be, and which is not cool. It'll probably make me insecure. It'll probably make me wonder where you at. The same thing that women go through when a nigga cheat on them and take them back, and the woman become that. Where you at? Where you going? Where you doing? You know what I mean? I don't ever want to become that person. And because I feel like I probably would, because deep down this, and I'm not gonna look at you the same. I'm not, because once you get my shit up, I feel like you taint it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna even want to come behind that. So that's the reason. Mostly because I don't. It'll probably make me feel so uncomfortable that I wouldn't want to come back. But two, you're not mine no more.
Side note, like April said earlier in the beginning, when she cheated, she was done.
Right.
And how, as men, how we feel once you know, most women that we are attracted to, when they fuck other niggas, they're done with us. So why are we going back to this?
Right.
Now, are you taking your significant other, girl or guy, back after they cheat on you, Lily?
Be honest.
I'll be honest. I
Be a
mean,
good nigga.
I'm gonna give him a second chance.
Oh,
What I say?
High five to the plug.
I'm motherfucking playing numbers.
No, I am. I'm gonna give him a second
Most
chance.
women will.
But if he is, I'm gonna give you a second chance. But if you do it again, I'm good.
You
see
done?
what I'm
So
saying?
you two,
Yeah,
two
I'm
for
good.
you not taking no nigga back at all?
Too many other niggas.
Not too
Because you
many
cheat.
good
Because you like, we cheating, I'm cheating.
Not a lot of good niggas out here. See, hold. I want you to spell her. It's a lot of niggas out here. Very true. There's not a lot of good niggas. I remember I told you I was going to define what
Because
cream of the
hold on,
crop
let me
was.
just say this: men will cheat.
It ain't
and
a lot
then
of cream of the crop niggas
He
out
ain't
here.
just gonna cheat one time with the girl.
Why
He
you
gonna-
judging him? Why he can't make a mistake and never do it again?
Right, exactly.
Why you judging
He's
him?
not.
You
Once
wouldn't want
a
nobody
man
to judge
dibble
you.
and dabble and his girl take him back, it's a free fucking light open.
So if a girl dip on that, but she
Right.
she can't make a mistake.
That guy can take her back.
No, I'm saying, but once she do it, she dibbling and dabbling again. It
She
ain't,
gonna-
it ain't no
she
one
gonna-
time
she
thing.
gonna-
I'm just
I
asking.
don't
No.
think so.
Oh, they go to
I
double
don't-
A women
standard.
that
Exactly.
cheat only when cheat
Oh,
once.
they go to
No,
double
I'm not
standard.
saying.
I'm asking.
There you go. I
I'm
knew
not
it.
gonna say they're only gonna cheat once, but me personally, I'm cheating once and we're done. Like, I mean,
No, but you wasn't speaking
You
on
get
you when
cheated
you were
on
speaking on men. That's speak on women.
I'm not
Speak
taking
on
no
women.
dude back.
No, listen, I think if you had a good dude, you would. It's
One
a
time,
lot.
I'm taking him back.
Coretta Scott
It's
took
such
Martin
a
Luther
good
King
dude.
back. What, you better than Coretta? So you better than Coretta. Correct. Oh. Y'all, God, Beyonce made a whole album about my man's indiscretions and took him back. You better than B?
That's
Dang.
Jay-Z.
I'm not part of the beat.
Oh, what that is?
He ugly as
It
shit.
depends on the bag.
It depends on the bag.
Oh. I'm gonna defend women on this one. The bag ain't had nothing to do with it. Beyonce worth almost $500 million.
But who
She
else
didn't
is
take
Beyonce?
him back for the money he got because guess what?
She got her own
She
money.
got more money than everybody, most niggas that's walking on this earth, let alone him. She don't got more than him, but that was not the motivating factor for her to stay because she got more money than she can spend.
No.
So there's no reason for
I
her to
wouldn't
stay
say
for money.
that. Of course not.
She didn't stay there for money, and the nigga ugly, so cut it out.
Everybody's
The
different.
nigga wore a helmet riding jet skis. Come on, Slim. I'm just saying. Come on, Slim. That's real love. When I seen that picture, that was real love right there, Slim. If he wear a helmet on jet skis, I know he walking around looking like Mr. Goof in the house. Straight up, Slim.
He walk around looking like Mr. Goof out the house.
Yeah, that's real. But he rich though. See, but I told you your natural instinct was gonna come out. That's Jay-Z. Why? What's Jay-Z about him?
Okay, well, I'm not
'Cause of the money?
saying
Because of the money.
Dude,
It's cool. But she got money. I just wanted to defend women.
No, in that situation, that's
She
what I
got
was
money.
thinking
She
for
didn't
her.
stay. She
If
stayed.
that was her in that
because she was a
situation
good
and she
dude.
was with Jay-Z, she taking him back because she's the person that said that she's not taking the nigga back. So that's why I said it's because of the money. Because if she was dating Jay-Z, she would give him another chance
Yeah, and that's why-
because he's
Because
Jay-Z
he's
and
rich.
the money.
Because he's rich.
No, they have so much shit together. though. Like,
No, we
I was
said
thinking for you
We
and
talking
you
about
dating
you.
Jay-Z.
You said
I
that's
wasn't talking about
Jay-Z.
Beyonce. I was talking about you because you said because that's Jay-Z.
So would you take a girl back if she cheated on you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Why? Why wouldn't you do it?
Like I said after I piggyback off you, like I said, once you give my pussy away, it's no longer mine. It's like I truly believe in what she said as far as like a woman. The type of women that I try to attract myself to, most women that deal with me are for me. I want to send my girl. I can send her anywhere, and she gonna come back with the mink on, with the chinchillas. I send her in the motherfucking wolf,
They
in
got
the
meat
woods with all the
tattooed
wood.
on it.
Right, like I put that much faith in women I talk to because I try to pick out
The ones that's loyal on that level.
exactly. So when I feel like the women that I'm dating, the loyal woman, decides to cheat on me, they are done with me. They are done with me, and it's at the point of no return. Once you cheat on me, you are completely done.
Or you misread them.
Agreed?
Or you misread them. Right.
I don't disagree. But I feel like the type of woman that I do attract to, they'll dump me before they cheat on me. I don't feel
Most
like
of them naturally are loyal.
Right.
Because let me tell you this, fellas. There are women that are just naturally loyal. She was speaking on it earlier. She was saying, no matter the circumstances, she not the type to cheat. She would just leave. And a lot of people say that, and a lot of women probably be lying. But there is a lot of women that are just naturally like not the cheating type.
Right.
They won't cheat under any circumstances. They'll just leave you. You see what I'm saying? Then there are women that are like men, where they love you and they don't want to leave because of maybe financial reasons, maybe spiritual reasons, maybe family, because y'all got children together. There's a lot of reasons why men and women stay. But there are women out there that will stay in an unhappy situation and cheat because of all those reasons to maintain their family or whatever.
Yeah.
That's real. We got questions from the crowd.
Because I know niggas that will stay in a relationship just because they don't want to see their kids grow up in separate households.
Right, and that was a common practice back in the day. That's the exact reason why when you was 18 and you had sex and you got a girl pregnant, not only did the girl's parents force you, but your parents forced you and applied pressure to you to marry that girl.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, because that was considered what you do. If you was man enough to get her pregnant, you man enough to step up and be a father and so on and so forth. Thank God that ain't the normal practice no more. My goodness. But I think the result of that.
Wow. You'll be married right now.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be. But I'm gonna just say this. I think the result of that is what we seeing today. And that's people that have been married for 20, 30 years that's divorcing now. That's because a lot of time, if you've been married to somebody for 25 plus years, 20 plus years, and you divorced, that means you've been unhappy for at least 8 or 9 of them. See what I'm saying? Potentially was unhappy from the beginning, learned to love him. Because I remember hearing women back in the day, you can learn to love him. Like that was that process. Went through the process of learning to love him and then fell back out of love him because you never really wanted to be with that person in the first place. So, man, life too short, man. Fuck all that. Be with the person you want to be. Fuck what women think. Fuck what men think. Do what you want to do. If you want to marry a whore, marry a whore. Nah, straight up. And that goes for guys and girls. Now, but be man enough to deal with the ridicule. Because if you fucking with a nigga like me, you gonna want to fight me. Because I'm gonna bring it up. You know what I mean? Maybe not a lot. Because if I respect you and your girl a whore, I might just make 1 or 2 jokes. You see what I'm saying? But then if we cool, I'm gonna leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? But live with your convictions. That's what I'm saying. Live with what you stand by. If you know your girl was promiscuous, then you gotta eat that. Straight up. When you go outside and she go to the cookout and she look at you and say, "Fool, I just want to let you know, I know everybody in here." That's all I got to say. I know everybody in here. You see what I'm saying? And you know what that means. And live with that shit and still love that girl. Honor that girl. Make her your world. You heard what he said? And that's real, Slim. I'm just saying, live with your decisions, Slim. Because most women out here, they got checkered past, and they shouldn't be judged because a lot of us got checkered past too. I'm not saying we equal when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be with whoever you want, but just, stick with the person you fucking with. Don't worry about what nobody else thinks, man.
And that's on who?
Mary had a little lamb.
2 lambs.
That shit.
Came from the money reside, nigga.
Where the money reside. That's
Where
what
the money reside. Well, that wraps up this week's episode about cheating. Part 2 next week.
Sure is fun.
That's fine, but I'm DJ Mitri Tucson. This is the We Say.
They say.
Let's do it again. Let's try one more time. I'm DJ Mitri Tucson. This is the We Say.
They say.
Podcast. I got my man April, Lily, and Young Hefe maintaining this bitch. Make sure y'all subscribe. YouTube. Follow the We Say They Say podcast page. My man Lily got a massage company. Kunsa promoter, DJ promoter. He's my manager. And my man April said,
and I sell drugs.
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I didn't think he was gonna say it on camera, but I'm out this motherfucker. Y'all be safe. Suck it easy. Shut the fuck up! What you see?